Hello, I will present the digital strategy proposal for the Minutes Mobile Executive Team. I'm Carolina Torres Hernandez, a digital marketing manager. Introduction. Mobile service in general refers to telecommunication services offered through mobile devices such as smartphones, tablets, and other portable devices. These services enable wireless communication and data transfer over telecommunications networks such as cellular networks or mobile data networks. Mobile service in general may include a wide variety of services such as voice calls, text messaging, email services, instant messaging, social networking, location-based service, and streaming services. Mobile services has revolutionized the way we communicate, access information, and consume content, providing great convenience and connectivity in everyday life. However, when referring specifically to minimum mobile service, we focus on the limited availability or infrastructure of mobile telephony services in a country. Today, most countries have a relatively developed mobile telephony service infrastructure, and mobile telephony has become widely available globally. Additional, there are some remote areas or developing countries that still have limited coverage or less developed mobile telephony services due to geographical, economic, or political factors. Accordingly, we find Afghanistan as one of those places, and it becomes the target audience of this proposal. Afghanistan is a country in Central Asia, specifically in the Middle East, that despite advances in telecommunications infrastructure in recent years, still faces challenges in terms of cell phone coverage in some remote and troubled areas of the country. There are many reasons why a country like Afghanistan has a deficit in mobile or telecommunications service. Limited infrastructure is one of them. The lack of adequate telecommunications infrastructure, such as cellular towers, fiber optic networks, and other elements necessary for the deployment of mobile services, is a major challenge for this country. Limited infrastructure may be due to lack of investment, the mountains or remote geography of the region, or armed conflicts and lack of political stability. Underdeveloped economy. A country's economic situations can affect the availability and accessibility of mobile services. In countries with underdeveloped economies, financial resource and infrastructure investment may be limited, making it difficult to deploy and maintain telecommunications networks. Restrictive regulation and policies. The lack of an adequate regulatory framework or restrictive policies in the telecommunications sector can hinder the development of mobile services. This can include barriers to entry for new operators, lack of clear regulations, or excessive regulations that hinder investment and infrastructure deployment. The next one is conflict and security. The presence of armed conflict and lack of security in a region or country can negatively affect the availability and operation of mobile services. Conflicts can cause damage to telecommunications infrastructure, power supply disruptions, and limitations on the mobility of technical personnel, which hinders the operation and expansion of mobile services. And the last one is cultural or social barriers that means in some cases cultural or social barriers can influence the adoption of mobile services. This may include lack of digital literacy or skills in the population, language barriers, or cultural or religious restrictions on the use of telecommunications technologies. It is important to note that the lack of mobile or telecommunication services can have a significant impact on access to information, communication, education, commerce, and other aspects of daily life. Addressing these challenges requires a combination of investment in infrastructure, appropriate regulatory policies, economic and social stability, as well as collaboration between governments, businesses, and other relevant stakeholders. Because of these factors, Menots Mobile can create a digital strategy that provides affordable and accessible mobile service to regions of the world such as Afghanistan, where mobile service is difficult to obtain. Why this region makes sense to be the target market? First of all, is to connect the population. Creating a digital strategy for mobile service will connect a large portion of the Afghan population that currently doesn't have access to telecommunications services. This will open up opportunities for communication, access to information, education, e-commerce, health services, and other benefits that can improve the quality of life and promote economic and social development in the country. Also, promote digital inclusion. Affordable and accessible access to mobile services can help close the digital exclusion gap, allowing more people, including rural communities and marginalized populations, to access and benefit from digital services. And other points such as driving economic development, improving emergency response and security, and facilitating governance and citizen participation are part of why this country should be the target market. In short, a digital strategy to promote and provide affordable and accessible mobile service in Afghanistan can have a significant impact on the daily life of the population, the economic and social development of the country, as well as on governance and citizen participation. Regarding digital media, a combination of owned and paid media adapted the conditions and culture of the country could be used to publicize the digital strategy. In terms of owned media, that is having direct control, a website and social media profiles in local languages such as Pashto or Dari could be used in Afghanistan to share information about the mobile service strategy, the benefits to the population, the options available, and how to access services. So, newsletters and emails targeting specific audiences like community leaders, local organizations, and other relevant stakeholders could also be used. In terms of paid media, consideration could be given to using advertisements on social networks like Facebook and Twitter, as they are popular in the country, and advertisements in local media and billboards in strategic locations could also be used to generate awareness of the mobile service strategy. Another important topic is the key digital marketing metrics to measure the effectiveness of the strategy. The two key metrics that I will use to evaluate the effectiveness of the strategy will be number of new users or subscriptions and conversion rate. These two metrics will provide a clear picture of the impact of the digital strategy in terms of generating new users or subscribers and the ability to convert visitors into desirable actions. However, it is important to keep in mind that the effectiveness of a digital marketing strategy can be influenced by multiple factors like market competition, availability of technological infrastructure, cultural preference, and the socioeconomic context of the country. Therefore, it is important to use these metrics in conjunction with other qualitative and quantitative assessments to get a complete picture of the success of the mobile digital promotion strategy in Afghanistan. According to the 7 steps of the digital marketing plan, the planning would be as follows. So, for the first step will be to establish clear and specific objectives for the digital strategy, like increasing the number of mobile users and improving the accessibility and affordability of the service in Afghanistan. For the second one, detailed analysis of the mobile market in Afghanistan will be conducted, including demand, competition, availability of technology infrastructure, and cultural preferences. The target audience will also be identified and thoroughly understood, including their needs, wants, behaviors, and communications preferences. For the third one, the most appropriate digital channels and tools would be chosen to reach the target audience in Afghanistan. This could include the use of social media, content marketing, online advertising, search engine optimization, email, and other popular digital channels in the country. The point number 4 includes the creation of advertisements, social media posts, blogs, videos, and other content that appeal to local audiences and convey the benefits of the mobile service. Implementation of promotional actions includes running online advertising campaigns, creating content on social networks, optimizing the website for search engines, sending promotional emails, and other digital marketing actions. For measurement and analysis of results, the results of the digital strategy would be measured and analyzed using relevant digital marketing metrics like number of new users, conversion rate, social media reach, website traffic, and other key performance indicators. And for the last one, optimization and continuous improvement could involve adjustments to message, channels, tools, and promotional actions to optimize the performance of the strategy and achieve the established objectives. It is important to keep in mind that the implementation of a digital strategy to promote mobile service in Afghanistan will require a thorough understanding of the local context, including cultural, social, economic, and technological factors, as well as the adaptation of promotional actions to the needs and preferences of the local audience. Building strong customer relationships in Afghanistan in the context of a mobile digital service strategy will involve following some key relationship marketing practices. Here are some steps that could be useful. Know the local audience. It is important to thoroughly understand the culture, needs, wants, and preferences of customers in Afghanistan. This involves researching and understanding how local customers use mobile services, their communications preferences, their level of access to technology, and other relevant socio-cultural factors. Content customization is another factor. Tailor the content of the digital strategy to the local audience. This could include translating messages and content into the local languages, incorporating relevant cultural elements, and creating content that is relevant and meaningful to customers in Afghanistan. Appropriate communication channels is another important point. This could include the use of popular social networks in the country like Facebook, Twitter, or WhatsApp, or even the use of popular messaging apps in the region. Customer service is another important topic or point as well. This could involve having a customer service team that can respond to customer queries, questions, and problems in Afghanistan in a timely and appropriate manner through the selected communication channels. Another point is encourage participation and feedback. It is also important to solicit and value customer feedback as this helps to improve service quality and strengthening customer relationships. And the last one is offer incentives and loyalty programs. Implement incentive and loyalty programs for customers in Afghanistan, such as special discounts, exclusive promotions, or loyalty rewards. This can help strengthening customer relationships and encourage long-term customer loyalty. In summary, building strong relationships with customers in Afghanistan as a part of a mobile digital service strategy requires understanding the local audience, tailoring content and communication, providing responsive customer care, encouraging engagement and feedback, offering incentives, and maintaining constant communication. This will help build long-term customer relationships and strengthening mobile adoption in Afghanistan. And finally, access to information, communication, education, business, and other elements of daily life cannot be significantly impacted by a lack of mobile or telecommunications services. For these particular situations, Minutes Mobile concentrated its digital approach in Afghanistan, one of the places in the globe where it is still challenging to get an accessible and reasonable price mobile service. A combination of owned and paid media is used to implement the plan in accordance with local conditions and cultural norms, since owned media offers better control, ownership, and long-term flexibility, while purchased or paid media offers quick reach, accurate segmentation, and quantifiable results. By adopting a digital strategy, Minute Mobile would be able to innovate in Afghanistan, adapt to the digital environment, broaden its audience and visibility, promote interaction and engagement, personalize the offer, and evaluate and analyze its performance. Also, it helps the business be more successful and competitive in the digital area. And that's all. Thank you for your attention.